What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it is appreciated. So the time has finally come for the 350Z to get a good management system. Since I have had air management, I haven't had one that does what it's supposed to, or a good management system for the Z whatsoever. And finally, that's about to change. Now, before I go any further, a massive thank you has to go out to Airtekk. If you don't know who Airtekk is, they are a car company that specializes in air suspension, air management. They have beautiful brake and rotor sets for your car. They also sell beautiful wheels. And the reason you should know who they are if you've been on my channel for a while is because my wheels are made by Airtekk. And when I first found Airtekk as a wheel company, I fell in love with them for multiple reasons. Number one, of course, the quality of the wheel. Number two, it's just beautiful. Like, look how beautiful these wheels look. They also have great pricing in comparison to some of the other companies. I mean, when I was looking for wheels for my Z, I applied for some sponsorships, which I was approved for, but even with the sponsorships, the price of the wheels were still out of my budget, or out of what I thought should have been paid for the wheels, and especially with the sponsorship. But Airtekk, without the sponsorship, had better pricing than what they were, and the quality is great. The wheel choices that you have are great, and they're not super well known for the wheels, so you're also driving something that's a little different and unique and not the same as what everybody else is running on their cars. But more than that, what really sold me on Airtekk is their customer service. It was amazing. The people that I talked to there were great. They were super helpful, and you could really tell that they cared about the people that they are servicing. So fast forward about 2 years now that I've owned my wheels, and I have grown a good relationship with Airtekk. I would constantly get messages about their air management system on my Instagram feed. I didn't have their system. I had the crappy Vera Air, which was giving me a bunch of problems in the past. Now I'm on manual paddle switches, but during that time I had reached out to Airtekk, let them know I was getting messages, but I couldn't afford their management. I did want to get it at some point, but I was getting married, I had to save up my money, and I just wasn't in the cards for me to get a new management system for my car. And Airtekk, being the amazing company that they are, offered to send me a new management system for my Z as a wedding gift. Of course, I told them that was not necessary at all, and just instead invited them to the wedding, but they couldn't make it because of COVID still being a thing at the time. So sadly, they weren't able to make it down to the wedding, because that would have been awesome to meet the guys in person, as they're stationed out of New York, and I don't know if I'll ever really get the chance to meet them. But because they missed it, and again, just because they are amazing people, they have sent me a new management system. So they sent me Airtekk Stage 2 Plus kit, which I believe is one of their best kits that they do offer. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up for you guys, show you what's inside, and then go into a little bit more detail about what it comes with. So right away you open the box and it smells nice and lemony fresh, and that's because they included some air fresheners for me. So they included 2 Airtekk air fresheners with their mascot on it, a water trap, the manifold, a relay, a jet tag that pretty much matches my car colors perfectly, and the controller. Then underneath all this you have tubing, your wiring, and everything else that you need to get the management system set up. Just to show you a quick difference of what my old management used to look like in comparison to the new one. Here is my old one. As you can see, it's just a complete hot mess. Like, why they put this open with such tiny sensitive wires is beyond me. The relay is back there. You have this guy where the lines go into, just completely separate, and just none of it makes sense whatsoever, and it's no wonder why this never worked properly. So all that nonsense, in comparison to this, much better with this. So I'm still gonna have to figure out exactly how everything works, but I'm pretty sure it's just basically like the airlift one. You just plug in the main plug back here that runs power, and then all of your airline connections are just gonna go in here. For the most part, nice and simple. But sadly, my first task is gonna be ripping out all of this old crap. So I need to take off the front bumper so I have a way to get the car back up using the jack when I need to. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start ripping all this out. And once I've gotten a lot of that done, I'll go ahead and pick the camera back up. Okay, so it has been quite a while since I last picked up the camera. Jonathan has come over to help me get it all put in, but right now we just got the manifold set up. Basically, this is where the manifold is going to sit. We got some washers to raise up the tank, so this is going to sit under there. Then we'll run the lines and everything. I think Jonathan already ran the power cord through there, so we're just trying to get all the wiring and everything set up, get all this complete, and then, you know, we can try putting everything back together. Still have to finish up back here, but as of right now, the manifold is buttoned down. Everything is good to go. All the wiring is pretty much good. We just need to clean it up. But we did try putting the key in the ignition, turning it. The controller turns on, the compressor turns on. Everything is looking good. So today we're just going to clean up the wiring, run the lines to the bags, and then we're pretty much done. And I am excited to show you guys a complete and actually try it out. So currently the next day, everything is finished. Jonathan cleaned up all the wiring, I ran all the lines, everything is good. We tested everything yesterday, but I did have a small leak where the lines went into the manifold. Tightened those up, put some more Teflon tape on. For the most part, the leak stopped. There's one that's still leaking a tiny bit that I will fix, but for right now, I'm going to show you guys roughly what the trunk setup's looking like and show you the functions of the Stage 2 Plus management with the controller and the app and all that good stuff. So to start off, so here's currently what the trunk setup's looking like. It's not finished for right now. I still have a couple things to do. For one, there is a gap right here that is too big, so I need to move this tile over a little bit. I need to recut this tile because this used to like fall in to the trunk space, but I got that taken care of, so I need to recut that tile piece. And then I do want to attach some fishing line to this tube here just to kind of even it out with the other one so it doesn't look off. But for the most part, it doesn't look too bad. At some point, I do want to get a second compressor, put the compressors in a different spot, and run hard lines through this and make this look really good. But for right now, this is what the trunk setup's going to look like. And now for the actual management. So here's what the controller looks like. It's really nice. It's a little dirty in the background now because of my fingers, so I'll have to clean that, but it's got a nice brush finish. It feels really good and really sturdy. The plug that they use is nice, which may seem a little weird, but based on the plug that I had on my old controller, which constantly came out and gave me more issues than anything, having a nice plug in place is really nice, and having the just controller as a whole look really good is awesome. What's also nice is the controller does have a lock on it, so you don't have to worry about like sitting on it and that messing up or anything. So you just double click the center and it doesn't lock. Then of course all up, all down, and I can control each one individually. So as far as the controller goes, Airtekk killed it. It looks great, works great. And of course the next important thing of having a management system is the app. So pull it up, you watch the Bluetooth in the corner, we'll see how quickly it connects. Definitely connects faster than what my phone does to my Q50's management. Look at how nice this app is. So same thing, you have a full digital display that you can see exactly how much pressure you have in each one of your struts. You have your button for your presets, all up, all down, and you can still control each strut individually. So just to show you guys really quickly, pull up the presets and we're gonna hit it, the number 1. On top of that, you have access to see what the PSI is in the tank itself at all times. And then for any reason, if you do have a leak in any of your bags, you can literally keep track of which strut has the leak and how bad it is just based on the PSI in each one of the bags. So both the rear and the front are up with preset number 1. Now I'm going to show you all something really cool that you get with the Stage 2 Plus kit that I don't know if I've even talked to you guys about yet. So if you have a handy dandy Apple Watch, there's actually an Airtekk app. So just like the phone, this does connect pretty quickly. Now obviously you don't get all the same information that you do on the phone, but you do still get some information on each individual strut as well as your presets. Preset number 3, ready to go. Which, I don't know about you, but having an app on an Apple Watch for your air suspension is cool as hell. Now, will you use this more than the controller or the app on your phone? Probably not, but it is useful for times where you're outside of your car and you want to air out, but you might not have your phone on you, or other times such as if you're trying to film a TikTok and you want to air out, but you don't want somebody in your car and that has to like duck down so you can't see them on camera, but you're using your phone to film the TikTok, but you still need to air out. Sounds a little complicated, but trust me, it happens, and something like the app on the Apple Watch is going to be super useful for times like that when your phone is unavailable. So for right now, the controller is just going to be sitting on the center console. I don't have a fancy mount, but Jonathan did show me a company that makes some really nice mounts that actually sell a case for Airtekk, and it's metal, I believe, in the back, and it works with any like magnetic type of bracket or anything like that. So I'm going to purchase one of those at some point. I think it's only 40 bucks, so not a big deal, but for now it's okay right there. And now that the management is all set up, the car is down, and for the most part I'm all complete with this. It's time to add the Jettek to my keys. And there we go. Also, I don't know if they did it intentionally or not, but the fact that the Jettek pretty much perfectly matches my car still gets me every time. I love it. So as management is all finished, I'm going to go ahead and call the video here. Sorry it wasn't anything too crazy or exciting, but I am super grateful that I finally have a good management system in my 350Z, as I haven't had one in my 350 since I've had air suspension to begin with. So again, a massive, massive thank you to Airtekk. I am so unbelievably grateful to them, and so thankful for the relationship that I've grown with them over the past couple of years. I really hope I can meet all the guys in person one day, as I think that'll be awesome, and I'd really like to, say thank you in person, of course, and just be able to meet them. So thank you to you guys as well for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.